Once again, I'm sitting here and I don't really have much to talk about, so this could take a while. It's an ongoing running joke of mine that I can talk about nothing for quite a bit, but it's only because I feel comfortable in my environment and I'm just kind of at a natural calm, and I just feel like this is, safe and sanctuary for me, you know, behind doors, familiar space. And it's like I've completed what I was supposed to do today as far as the necessary requirements of my life's upkeep and maintenance, to pay the bills and things like that. It's like I could financially afford to not work for a little while, but I have to work. I can't afford to not work for very long. Just food and housing, clothing, utilities. It all costs, costs a bit. And it's like I know what my life requires to maintain. And it's not even, I don't know exactly what normal is, but for me, by myself, I don't think it's not that much. It's like I don't even know how other people manage to, go out and do things, have relationships, have children, go on trips, take vacations, things like that. It's like I'm just one person, and it's like I don't really do much that costs money, and I don't really travel places very far. It's just me by myself. So it's like, it's like I'm just kind of living my own life, and just kind of on my own. And I can go places and do whatever on when time is available, but I generally I don't. I just kind of stay. It's like in my time off, I'm just kind of here because it's like this is my rest, and is here. It's like this is what I earn in my free time is not going places, and but I do enjoy the times when I do actually do travel. Like the past few times when I've been traveling back east, but due to the events that took place earlier in the spring, my mom passing away, it's like I won't be making trips back east. I don't know. I might make one more. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. As I do like the part of the country. It is the part of the country that does feel most like home, and I do miss it. But I don't have any business there any longer. But I still have some family and my brother, who I guess he's my next closest family connection. And he's up north. So I've been thinking about traveling north for my next time off. And if the situation is okay up there and it's like, it's a good time. I don't know. And other than that, it's just my next closest connection to family is my dad, who's not that far away. only about an hour away from where I am, but I only see him once a year, basically. You know, well, twice. They like to take me out for my birthday to dinner, and then I also see them around Thanksgiving time. I go out to their place, and they host Thanksgiving, and it's just the two of them, my dad and my stepmom, and me, and because I'm the only one that will visit them, because they've kind of alienated and kind of made enemies somehow, which I know why, but that's not a story. It's not mine to tell. And it has nothing to do with me. It was none of my business. So that's another story, but it's not. It's, hmm. So anyway, but that's it. I don't have any other connections or relations that I would ever go visit. I could, but we don't have an established communication or conversation of any kind. I haven't kept up with anybody else or reestablished connections. I let go of those a long time ago. Everybody just, grew up, became an adult, and started having families, getting married, children, and then they have all of whatever that entails, schedules and lives, and then me, I never did that. I discovered, uh, you know, alcohol and drinking, and I was undiagnosed autistic, and not that that excuses anything or explains anything or gives it a reason or purpose, but I just failed at all attempts of establishing any sort of um, long-lasting or deep connection with anybody else. And I just gave up on trying eventually, and then just decided I'll just drink, and I'll just pretend at being, you know, socially, you know, content and happy, and then not talking, and it was easier for me to just drink and just that's my soda. And then eventually I just got rid of the social and kept the drinking, and then just was like I didn't have to worry about talking or being interesting or understanding or being part of the conversation. I just removed the people, kept the drinking, and I did that for a long time. And, but now that I've removed the drinking, I'm trying to add some people as much as what I can figure out, or have the energy or attention or capacity to understand or comprehend or have time. Um, so it's like I'm not used to making time or giving attention or understanding the complexities and nuances and of other people. My social skills and people skills are uh, not good. I'd like to have a better word, but undeveloped. There we go. That's a better word. I mean, I've gotten better since I actually started trying. That helps. You know, I get better at what I try, and I get better at what I practice. So if I don't practice, I won't get better at it. So, like, this is part of it. This is part of my master plan. My is to get better at being social and trying to reestablish some connection and ties with the human race. That is my master plan. The cat is out of the bag. No more secrets. That's a reference to an older movie. One of my favorites. But anyway, and I guess not much else is going on. I've kind of relaxed on the running for the time being. It's just a little bit, my schedule is funny, and I've been debating my motivation and figuring out days to go and timing of when to go, and some days I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like being out. I get done with work and I make it home, and it's like I've just been dealing with the outside world for long enough, and then when I go out on my runs, I am out again. At least when I'm running, people understand that, it's like if you don't get a good interaction, there's a good reason. I'm running. It's like so I have a valid excuse for not giving proper eye contact or proper greeting or things like that. And there's just those tiniest little windows where I would be, possibly expected to have some sort of social grace. But it might be part of the local, this area, this part of the country that I was not raised in the here. So it's like there might just be some regional differences that I am not accustomed to, that people expect from this area, and I don't do. Because like when I've traveled east, and I'm just kind of in home territory, if I want to call it that, I kind of understand better what the rules are, the unspoken rules, or the spoken rules, I'm not sure. Well, whatever it is, it feels more natural. And it seems like I am accepted better there. It's like I am, unbeknownst to me, performing well or better at the expected behavioral trends and patterns of the regional or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking, so it doesn't have to make sense. And we're far enough into the video that no one is probably watching. So, and if they are, so, I mean, anybody's welcome to watch this far. And it's not like I save the more private stuff for later in the video, except that I do. There are some things, some topics I find them to be more taboo, and maybe, what's the word? Where you're worried you're going to possibly upset people. No. Okay, whatever that word is. Controversial. There. And sometimes I don't want to, I have enough trouble, and I don't want to anger people or upset people or stir up sentiment. It's like I don't mean to be offensive, but I find that just my way of being and just how I am is I come across as rude and inattentive and not caring. And it's like I get accused, or I feel accused of other people thinking that I don't care, or I'm not paying attention, or I think that I feel better than other people. And I guess it's just, and it's always been that way. It's nothing new here. It's just, I guess it's because I don't talk as much, so people don't get to know me, so they come up with whatever makes sense to them. They just see what they see, and if they see a person that's not talking, then maybe they think, that's just me just going to be reading minds. But that's why it's important for me to speak for myself, so people have a better understanding. And even if they don't like the understanding, or they come up with, it's like, or they just realize that I'm just a strange person, and maybe it was better when they just didn't talk to me. That's fine. They don't have to like me. No one has to like me. But to my chagrin, people more often than not like me just fine. And the only problem with that is then they want more. And a lot of times I don't have the energy for it, or the energy or the capacity to be more on demand. So it's like when people see me being social and friendly with one person, then maybe they think that I have that, and I can. It's like, no, I have different levels for different people based on history and understanding, and past conversations that have been built over time, over years. So I don't automatically have that available for other people. But some people are able to kind of get through my defenses a little bit better somehow, and just put me at ease and allow me to feel comfortable. I don't know why or how some people do that. It just must be something about how they communicate that maybe it's something to do with themselves telling me stuff about them, where they become a little bit more open and vulnerable, and they seem to have some sort of compassion or sensitivity, or they themselves might also be a neurodiverse individual on some level. As they do say, if you've met one autistic person, you've met exactly one autistic person. Not all autistic people are the same. So, and as far as YouTube goes, this is another topic. I don't know. I've never been recording shorts during these summer months before. I only started really recording shorts in October last year. But right now it's kind of in a very inactive period. So it's like no matter what I produce or whatever I talk about, or it's not getting very much attention. And I've kind of wondered, it's like, is it the stuff that I'm talking about, or is it just this time of year? It's the summer months, so people are outside, they're doing things. They're not as much on their devices and looking at videos in the first place. And the ones that they're looking at are probably more not me. So I am very um, unconventional and unorthodox. So my shorts are not very energetic and appealing and attractive, I don't think. You know, people might just be a little bit curious enough to, click and hear me talk just a little bit and then click away. It's like that's not their style. And I'm not a lot of people's style. And that's probably good for me because I don't deal well with a lot of attention because then I feel like I would be responsible and accountable for being available and answering questions or uh, understanding. It's like I get some comments still, not very many, um, but people leave a comment and it's like, I don't know what it means. I mean, I understand the words, but I don't know the person and I don't understand the context or what exactly they're referring to and how they mean it. So I just take a guess, and I I sometimes, not always, write back with probably more than what they are actually wanting. Paragraphs, and they don't say anything back, and they don't even give a thumbs up or say, it's like if they ask a question and I answer it, that's it. That's it. They don't say, oh, they don't. There's no response. I was like, am I not supposed to? Well, if they ask a question, I'll answer it, and I guess that's the end. I answered it. But if they have a statement, am I just supposed to read the statement and that's it? I don't respond back. I'm not sure. I try to think. I try to take things less seriously, but there are some topics that it's like I'd like to take a position on and represent because I do have opinions, you know, but I'm afraid to create content based on those opinions because I don't want to invoke anger or retribution where people feel that I am attacking their beliefs and then they need to, you know, defend themselves by attacking me back. And, it doesn't matter about facts. Facts don't matter. I'm saying things that they do not agree with. And it doesn't matter if it's legitimately true or has merit or substance, just the fact that it doesn't match what they already believe, then it must be bad. I mean, not everyone's like that, of course, but there's enough. And a lot of the people, the negative feedback that I receive, I have to remember that the audience is people that watch shorts. And people that watch shorts are not a even cross section of the demographics of humanity. So I'm only getting the cross section that watch shorts. And I don't know who those people are. I'm one of them. Sorry, that was a little bit of a guffaw. So, anyway, I'm allowed. This is my channel. And no one should be watching this far. We're almost 25 minutes in. So, in other situations, other than that, are kind of sorting themselves out and resolving themselves. And, it's okay. there are some things like, still just one way or the other, I would have been okay. And I still am. And there's nothing wrong. So I'm a little worried that they might, but I don't think so. I think they are okay too. So I hope they know that, but I don't have an open communication to let them know. So I'm just trying to out there, and if they need me, they know where I am and how to get in touch with me. And the fact that they don't should let me know that they're okay. So that's how I'm just receiving it. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. But I've taken the initiative enough times and not gotten any direct, specific feedback that should be a sign that it's like just not interested, or it's like it's interesting but just not interested. They are preoccupied with other matters. Not that I'm not important, not that I don't have value, but they have other things to work on. And I should also find other things to work on. So that's what I do. And or something else. And my tree is growing up more. I'll take pictures or a video of it. It's just it's outgrowing the apartment. It can only grow so tall. I mean, I have noticed that it used to bother me because I have this window here in the sun in the evening. This window faces west, and the sun is just, it comes in and hits me in the eyes as I'm trying to watch like YouTube or something. And this tree has gotten dense enough and tall enough that it shades the sun. And if it's not quite shading where the sun is, I just have to move a little bit and just get where it blocks. And I actually tried to move the tree to a different room where I thought it could get more light. And this room got so much brighter because the tree is in the way of the window. And when the tree is gone, the room is that much brighter. And I didn't like that. So I put the tree back. And and the moss that I collected and planted at the base of the tree and the rocks and everything. It's really coming along. It's a nice little micro ecosystem, biome, with all the little grasses and moss and things like that. It's kind of gotten a little bit overgrown, almost like I need little scissors to cut it back. But I kind of like it though. It's a bit wild. And so I'll just leave it alone, let it go. Enjoy the free oxygen. So, anyway. Well, there we go. There was half an hour of just, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't have much to talk about, but all those little interstitial pauses add up. Little spaces between words and thoughts. So, until next time.